Welcome to the short series of mini tips leading up to your driving test. This is about nerves. Yes, you've heard it. It affects loads of people. It's a bit like when you first get in the car for the first time, learning lessons, and you're a bit nervous before the instructor turns up. That's what it's like on the driving test, times it by 10. So what you've got to say to yourself is lots of people affected by nerves. If you ask a friend or a member of the family when they took their test how they felt, if they can remember and they're honest, they'll probably tell you nerves affected the way I was driving. Maybe also it affected the fact that I didn't even pass the driving test. So there's things you can do to help control that, and it's important that you know this. So you plan things in advance. So say about 8 weeks before your driving test or 6 weeks before your driving test, and it's all booked in, and say, right, okay, well, let's have a mock driving test. A mock driving test is a proper test route that's been organised from your instructor. He'll take you on that route, he'll mark you for it, or she will mark you on that route, and at the end of that route you sit down and you look at the result and you work on the errors. All right, so that's one thing it's going to help. The other side of the mock test is you'll also get used to the stress of the test, because even as a mock test, when you start off, you are going to feel the nerves. It is going to affect the way you drive, and it's important that you say, okay, then I know what's happening here. I can control this. Maybe a few deep breaths, slow deep breaths will help me control it. The other thing would also be you could revisit a mock test a few weeks later again and see if you improved on the first one. The other thing that you can think about is other ways of controlling the nerves. I'm sure there's one or two people who are going to say there's rescue remedies they've used, which is like a herbal remedy that people use. Some people say it works, some say it don't. It's up to them. Each person's individual. What I do recommend, if you're going to use some kind of remedy, is to not do it on the day of the test. Try it a couple of weeks before, see how it affects you. You never know, it might affect the way you drive. So just practice it, take a little bit home if you're going to do that first. And then the other thing you can do is it's called a tapping technique. I'll put a link of a video below of a guy who will demonstrate it. It's really good at what he's doing. It'll be interesting, completely different than what you're used to. It's all about tapping them sensors around the body. But I'll put a link for that there. And then the final one would be preparing on the day of your driving test. So your driving test is coming up. Don't suddenly start rushing everything in. Make sure that the day before you got your license out, you've got your clothes ready, you're going to have your breakfast next morning. So it's all organised, so when you get up, you're not rushing. Because if you start rushing, you're going to rush on your driving test, or you're going to start panicking. Okay? Good luck with them lessons leading up to your test, and good luck with your test.